how to remove Justia from Google search results. Now, this is one of those legal websites. It's pesky. It doesn't move as easily as some of the other sites, but it is quite easy to suppress because it is a court docket, because it's a court website. If we have more contextual things, we'll be able to suppress it pretty quickly. Outright removal, I'd probably forget it unless they're slandering you and it's, a complete fabricated lie. Then you're not going to have a very good chance of removing it. And even if it was, you would still need a court order with the exact precise URL, and you would need to report it to Google, and then you'd have to wait, which also takes a very long time. So I'd recommend just suppressing it. We help clients do that, and this is the three-step process. The first one is to build out your personal website. That's going to house all the information about you, important context about your career. I would lean professional, and I would make different categories on that website. So I'd have a blog section. I would have another section that was a bio about you. I have another section that maybe has services that you offer or something about your career, insights, and so on. A 3 to 5 page website. Once we built that, what I would do is I would write thought leadership articles or positive interview style articles about you, and I would save them. I would open up a Google Drive folder. I would write maybe 5 to 15 of them, and then I would distribute them. We have our own publishers. We do this for clients. What I would recommend you do, if I didn't have access to those publishers, is I just go on Fiverr.com. I would hire maybe 5 people a month, and to each of them I would give that file that has my positive story in it. It would have my first name and last name in the headline. It would have me mentioned maybe 5 to 15 times throughout the article. They'd be very well written. I'd also supply them with a picture, and I would publish to all of those websites. They would give me the link. I would round them up. I would put them in a spreadsheet so that I can follow all the articles that are being published about me. I would then take those articles. I would add them to my website in the media section, so more things are linking to each other, and then I would rinse and repeat that every month. I would do 5 articles a month. I would choose a budget between $50 to $100 for each of the articles. If you didn't have that budget, I would go a bit cheaper, maybe $25. You can get some good ones for $10 on there too. And I would just go and publish and publish and publish. Okay? That's not all going to hit page 1. It's still more difficult than that. It's more than just building a site and publishing that. You're going to also have to use social media. So I'd recommend all the main social platforms, but I want to leverage more than just the top 5 or 6, because that's not enough. I would want to do Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and then I want to populate them and publish like 3 posts a week, okay? So 3 posts a week, 3 posts a week, 3 posts a week on all of them. Probably some of them still aren't going to pull into Google because your organic fluff posts aren't going to populate on page 1 until you get followers, you get other metrics that are trustworthy to Google. So I would then launch small ad campaigns on each of those platforms. I would launch a small ad campaign on Facebook. I would target, let's say, if I'm not going to use this page for real impressions in the future, I would target a low CPC country like Bangladesh. Okay, it's very inexpensive to launch an ad for $5 a day. If you do a campaign for Facebook page likes, probably you can get 600 to 1,200 likes every single day for $5. I would do that for the month. At the end of the month, I have between 15,000 to 30,000 likes on my Facebook page. I have 3 posts going out a week. I boosted some of those posts. My Facebook page looks super legit to Google. Now it's ranking on page 1. I would do the same thing with Instagram. Buy the ads inside the ad manager on the actual website. I wouldn't do it on my phone because that's more expensive. Then I would do the same thing with X. X ads are the most expensive, so I would do everything I can to lower my costs. On the X, maybe I would get 1 to 300 followers on X, and then I would cut the campaign. I would just hope, fingers crossed, you have a unique name. It'll be much easier for you. But otherwise, I would link all of those socials then also on my website. And then I would keep rinsing and repeating the articles. So this is a very good way to show Google that, hey, this stuff is way more legit, way more informative, and way more connected than this like silly court docket that just has a bunch of scattered information in it. It only has your name in there once or twice and maybe not in the title. So if you want to suppress Justia or any other court dockets, I would treat it exactly the same way. I wouldn't go, Justia, more difficult than Legal Beagle, more difficult than... I would just do the exact same process of websites, socials, articles, rinse and repeat. And then if it really wasn't working, like it just was anchored in search, I would upgrade the tactics. I would get AI to ghostwrite a book. After the book is ghostwritten, I would launch a press release that says I wrote a book, okay? Obviously, if it doesn't make sense to your industry, maybe do something else. Do a white paper. Do an industry white paper. That's boring and believable. Do a white paper, publish a white paper, publish a press release about your white paper. Eventually, the white paper is going to look better than the legal document to Google. It's going to get suppressed. But it takes a very long time. It's not going to happen in 2 days or 3 days. You're not going to hire somebody in Pakistan who's going to do it, remove it secretly, just bam, gone. It's not like that anymore. Google is very difficult, so you have to constantly be doing this barrage of positive media. And that's what we've been doing for years. So if you need help, book a free consultation down below. This is essentially the playbook. It's what we do for every campaign with a couple of minute, small changes. Sometimes we do have to do the book, for example, or build a Crunchbase, or give you an IMDb, and more on that in another video. My name is Nadernejad. Thank you for watching.